Hi everybody. So my client's back after a few months. She was sick and all her nails came off. Yeah, so we're just going to create a new set today. And I'm going to start off by removing her cuticle tissue, and I'm being really careful. I really don't want to apply too much pressure. So I'm just trying to flake off that cuticle tissue. Forgot my little brush, but I really cannot do without that little brush. And when that's done, it's time to really scrub the nail plate, getting rid of all that dust and oils, and make sure that it's clean for product application. After that, it's time to apply my rubber base clear. So that is the base layer that I'm using for the adhesion. And today will be my first video where you will see me work with Dualforms. I've been working with them a lot lately, and yeah, there are a lot of benefits, keeping some things in mind, but yeah, it really has got its place in the nail industry. I did try the sandwich Dualforms, which I absolutely do not like. Multiple reasons. First of all, I don't like the part where they glue the Dualform underneath the nail, because you're coming into contact with the skin, using gel or whatever, because it needs to cure, so it's a gel. Yeah, it's constantly in contact with the skin, which I do not like. That's one big major no-no. Of course, I can apply it on top of the nail, but then I will have a sticky layer underneath, which I do not like, and which, chances are big that you're also touching the skin, which is, again, a big no-no for me. And a third, um, I do not like the shape that it's set in, because every nail has a different length, and I need to adjust the shape according to that length and the desired shape the client wants. And I can only do that with a nail form. So I have been working with Dualforms for a couple of months right now, and this has been filmed like I think 2 months ago. So I'm basically working the same but a little bit differently right now, because I've learned a lot, of course. But I still start off with loading the Dualform. Only now I will load the Dualform to the desired length. You know, um, yeah, it works best for me, in the cleanest, neatest, whatever. So then I will hold the Dualform between my thumb and index finger, and I will apply pressure until the sides of the Dualform reach my side walls, and then I will stop pressing. So again, the same thing. Hold the Dualform, apply pressure near the cuticle area, press it down gently, and make sure your client relaxes her finger. It will make it a lot easier. And then flash cure for 5 seconds. If you load the Dualform like I do, you will not have as much spillage. You will have like no spillage at all at the side walls, which I want, because I do not want product touching my client's skin. So it doesn't save a lot of time. It hardly saves any time, but that's fine, because there is less strain on my body filing the nails and everything, and wrestling my client's hands, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm a lot less sore and everything. And yeah, because filing underneath the nail is a lot less work than filing on top of the nail and shaping the nail. So I'm really happy with this process. And I do have to say that Dualforms and hard gel, Buildergel is like the best for me. It works so easily, like it really does. It's absolutely a dream. So now I'm just going to shape these nails, and I do not have to file underneath today because I've used the nail form underneath, so they are, yeah, pretty perfect, really. But I will show you underneath some other time, because I did record a video using acrylic gel, which is a way different ball game. But then again, they were um, longer nails, so that's also a big difference when working with dual forms, obviously. And I'm using a different kind of dual form, and I really love these curved dual forms. The longer ones, yeah, they're fine and they work, but I like these better. But for longer nails, you can't use the curved dual forms, because it would look ugly, at least in my opinion, of course. And because I used the nail form underneath, I do not have a tacky layer underneath the nail, which is also great. So now I'm going to file them into an almond shape. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, I always do a double cure, always. So I cure the nail for a whole minute with the dual form on, and once I take off the dual forms, I will give them another full cure, because you just can't be sure that it's fully cured, because you've added another layer on top of something that needs to cure, you know what I'm saying? So that layer might prevent the nail from curing fully. Even applying a builder gel clear too thick won't cure all the way through. So it's not that far-fetched to think that the dual form on top of the gel will prevent the gel from curing fully. So that's why I always do 2 cures. And you know, who cares? It's only a minute, but it will save you a lot of heartache in the future, of course, with preventing allergies and everything, and breakage and lifting and whatever. So yeah. And I've noticed that nobody is explaining that or thinking about that part right now, at least not in the videos that I've seen when using dual forms. But you really have to keep thinking what you're doing, you know, what you're exposing your client to, and always try minimizing risks. So, yeah, I always do 2 cures, once with the dual form on, and the second one without the dual forms on top. And as you can see, there's not a lot of filing going on. Just filing the nail into shape, getting those lower arches straight out of the nail, then going along the cuticle area to make sure that there are no bits sticking out because of the dual form, of course. And then I'm just lightly buffing the nail, because I do want my gel polish to have something to adhere to. And now, just because I like the look of it and my clients love it too, I'm going to top coat underneath the nail with a lovely, lovely, lovely shimmer top coat, and it looks just absolutely gorgeous. And my clients do get a lot of compliments how the nails look underneath. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on doing that. Now I'm gonna go in with my black. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a abstract design using black and white and some chrome. It was a lot more work than I anticipated, but yeah, they did came out great, so it's fine. But yeah, it was a lot of work, and at one time my client did not put her hand in the best way inside the lamp, and some parts didn't cure, and when I went over it with my top coat, it smudged, so I had to start over again. So but in the end it all worked out great. So I did practice these nails, but still, when you're working on a client, it's a whole different ball game, of course. um yeah, so with these designs I will just, you know, see how it goes, whatever flow I'm into, and yeah, then I will just follow that feeling and see where it leads us. But every nail is going to be different, and I do not like keeping designs the same, exactly the same on both hands, because it's still done by hand, and I'd rather do a gorgeous different design than a similar design but slightly off. So of course, if my client really wants it to be exactly the same, I will try my best, but I'd rather do just kind of similar but a little bit different on both hands. And it keeps it entertaining and fresh, and yeah, I like that a lot better. So now I'm going in with my white painting gel, and yeah, I'm just gonna start drawing lines and see where it gets me. So, like I said, I've been really, really busy lately with a lot of stuff going on. I've also been recording a lot of educational videos for schools in my area, and well, not even in my area, for schools. Um, a lot of schools located in the Netherlands, and yeah, it took a lot of my time and a lot of energy. I do like recording those videos, but like a 8-minute video will take about an hour and a half to edit, so it's like a lot, and we've made a lot of videos. Um, yeah, so I've been really busy, and then also doing the salon work and doing um, private tutorings and everything. Yeah, I really did not feel like recording any of my nail sets, but yeah, I recorded this one, and it's been 2 months, and I've only just now got the feeling that yeah, maybe I should try and get this video out. And the videos I've recorded for the schools are about everything nail related. Um, Mostly how to build a nail with different kinds of products, acrylic. Yes, I also do acrylic, just not a lot anymore. I used to do it like all the time back in the day, but acrylic gel and builder gel really have taken over the scene, in my opinion. So yeah, also been recording the acrylic gel, the builder gel, how to make a French, how to make a baby boom, and everything. So yeah, fun work, but a lot of work. And you constantly have to think about, okay, like what am I gonna say to the students? Sometimes I have to do some steps that I do not use in my salon. Not that I'm skipping steps, but I just work differently than they do at school. So sometimes I have to record like 5 times over because I skipped a step that a school uses or use the wrong wipe or whatever. I constantly have to think like, what does the school want? How do they want it? And just adjust my work to that. But that's fine. I do like to do that, make those videos. And once all that recording is done, I have to do a voiceover, and yeah, that takes a lot of time, a lot. But the end result is very nice every time, so whenever they need me to make a video, I will still do it because I really like it. So those lines are moving along nicely, but yeah, as you can see, it's pretty tedious. Um, of course, I decide where the lines go, but yeah, it does have to be cohesive in my mind, and I don't want it to be like all the same. I want straight lines, I want curved lines, I want whatever I think looks good, but I still have to keep in mind that I'm going to be adding chrome later on. So there needs to be room for that. Of course, there's room for that, but there needs to be like a coherent end result. And once I've got all of my designs done, I'm going to apply a glossy top coat with no inhibition layer because I'm going to apply some chrome and I do not want my chrome to stick onto the gel polish, of course. And I do not have a matte top coat that doesn't stick. Well, it's not a sticky, it's not a top coat with a sticky layer, but if I were to apply chrome over it, it would stick just everywhere. So this is just still how I work, applying my top coat, and then later on I'm going to be buffing it with a 240 grit like I'm doing right now, just completely buffing the nail surface matte. And then I will have absolutely no trouble with applying the chrome. So I've got this 3D non-stick gel, and it's a mix. I've mixed a little bit of black polish inside it because I did not want to have to paint it black. You know, it's just easier having a dark surface already to put the chrome on. And then I will just apply it where I think it's going to look good. Just grabbing my knife to get rid of a little bit of excess there. Don't worry, it's very blunt. It's not sharp at all. So the chances of me cutting my client are, you know, next to zero. And I'm just going to repeat that process on all of her nails. And once I've got it cured, I'm gonna go in with my gold chrome like that and just brush it in. And I think it's a very pretty combo. And I did see it was a popular design a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, so I saw a couple of artists created a similar design, and yeah, I really like the aesthetics. And there you go. Then I'm just gonna go in with my nail art glue. It's a very thick non-stick top coat. I'm just gonna go over it, and no need if I mess it up a little bit, because if I do not top coat that 3D gel, it's gonna come off. It will not stay on. You really have to secure it with a little bit of gel around the edges, because it most definitely will come off. So, like I said, repeating the same process on all of the other nails. And I'm just gonna make dots and swirls and whatever. That was a little bit, that was not what I wanted to do. So, you know, I just go along, you know, whatever comes to mind, whatever I think looks good, and I'm just going to apply it and then just see where it leads me. So sometimes I will apply something and then decide I do not like it, or sometimes I have something in mind, and then when looking at it, I'm like, nope, that's not going to work at all. But yeah, most of my clients have a lot of confidence in me. Well, a lot of faith in me, I have to say. You know, this client too, she will just come in and she will sit down and she will give me her hands, and she will ask me, like, what are we gonna do today? Instead of me asking her what she wants today. She will always just sit down and let me do whatever I want. The only thing she asks for is that both hands are kind of similar. So no two different colors on each hand. She needs to have the same kind of color. You know, the design doesn't have to be exactly the same, but you know, so, but that's it. She's in for about, you know, anything as long as it looks good and a lot of going on and a lot of colors. And yeah, so yeah, really blessed with clients like her. And in the beginning, when I just discovered this no wipe 3D jelly thing, I thought it was amazing, and I just would just apply it over top coat and everything because I still think that that way looks best, you know, just straight onto the top coat, no top coat surrounding the edges because it really makes it stick out and everything. But after 2 days, people would just come back and yeah, to tell me that it came off, and then I had to fix it, and it was such a shame because I really like how it looks just on top of the top coat, but it just would not stay on. And so yeah, that makes my life a little bit harder, but you know, it is what it is. So after I top coated all the gold, I'm gonna go in with my matte top coat, and I'm just going to uh, basically encapsulate the non-stick 3D gel. That way it's not going to fall off. And yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I wish I could just leave it as it is because that would look like the best. But it is what it is. And here are her nails. I think they look really, really pretty. Really happy how these came out. So I really hope you've liked this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And I wish you all a very good day. Goodbye.